What
I
up? What
appreciate
up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Is the one noise super jam here on Super Radio, the Afterwork Jam session with a sit down super conversation with my man Donnie B.
what it
Got the
is.
beats. What's going on, Donnie? What you on here talking about today?
Ain't nothing. Super Tim's good. Always good. Connecting with you, man. Like you, one of the realest in the DMV, man. I always enjoyed time with you. Like, and that's dead. That's being dead on serious, man. Like you a dope dude, bro.
That's
You
what's
know.
up. I try to stay super.
Yeah, hey, trying is doing, friend. Trying is doing.
I feel it.
I There's two things that's near and dear to my heart, and I definitely appreciate you allowing the platform to discuss it. First thing is I just officially went into the EDM space. Um, Dropped two singles. Well, technically a single and a remix called "In Love with You," and it has a lot of upside, a lot of potential to it. We'll get to that in a second. All right, because that's just promo, right? I'm very excited about it, but I think a greater scenario to talk about. I've been doing a series of events the last week. When I came back because I was in Atlanta for most of the week too. But I had a bunch of conversations with a lot of different VIPs in the DC DMV area,
Mhm.
and one of the things that kept kind of coming up was that there appears or feels like there's this semblance of a renaissance, more very very similar to what potentially could have been during the Harlem Renaissance that everybody's just very notable for in culture,
Mhm.
especially Black culture. That there was just this region, there was this time period where within this city in Harlem, some of the most creative, some of the most dopest minds, some of the most politically fortified, some of the most faithfully bound individuals, people that was just that was able to encapsulate the Black experience came out of Harlem at that point in time.
Mhm.
And it feels like, and I mentioned this when I did an interview at Humane Studios in Arlington, Virginia. I think back in January, February. And this is not one of those, hey, I told you so. I'm not trying to put it in that context, but I want to impress the importance to everybody that listens, to everybody that this reaches. That with the Harlem, if the Harlem Renaissance, the people that were attached to the Harlem Renaissance, as we know it now, realized that they were in the Harlem Renaissance as we know it in future generations.
Mhm.
It's scary to think what really could have been done, right? Because none of
Mhm.
us. That's like NWA and the global phenomenon of hip hop from what how they pushed and changed the whole dynamic of what hip hop was and so forth and so on. And
Yeah.
they basically created rap music.
You don't
Like
really understand the impact you're making in the midst of making it. You don't. You get it after it's over and see what we've done.
exactly, and history is always hindsight, right? And so the thing about it is, Dr. King didn't think he was Dr. King. Dr. King just knew who he was. But you know what I mean? Like, would his steps be different if he knew the actual megaphone that was attached to that man's hand? We don't know. But the
Yep.
reality of it is that it's just like insider information. If you knew ahead of time that Bitcoin was going to be Bitcoin,
You would have jumped on Bitcoin when it first started. Oh yeah, when
right?
they always talk about if you go back in time, what would you do if you go back in time? People are like, oh, I'll invest in Google because you already know what Google gonna become. So now that you know what's gonna become, in hindsight, like you said, you can go back and make changes and do things different.
E-
Um,
exactly.
so I
This is why I
get
love Super Tim. He gets it. Okay.
you.
So all I'm saying is, Tim, like yo, like if we sit back and look at the landscape with the amount of visibility the DC has, the DMV corridor has right now. There's a lot of emerged like people and like there's like even for me, I've been back at this point 9 to 10 months from
Mhm.
Los Angeles. I've seen the exponential spike in how many people, the clarity of people's visual, creativity. Like, when people do live streams now, it's clear. It's not like on foggy Android phones or the sound quality
I
is.
got an Android phone and my shit is
I'm not talking about. Well, first of all, I feel for you, friend. You know what I mean. We gonna say that, but no, I mean, again, like
clear.
it's you could have a if you could have an iPhone, dude. You could have a red camera, and if you don't know what you're doing, the red camera, it's not gonna come across. That's that. I wasn't trying to attack every Android, but I have my reservations about Android. No, but
a Google Pixel phone, so my shit is top quality.
hey man, but you could do the little circle thing and then get that thing out of there. You know what I mean? Because I don't know the iPhone can do that. You know. But no, I think the like honest to God truth. I said it back at Humane Studios. I was like, I think at that time I said in the next several months it's going to dictate the future of what DMV is going to be. And that's across all genres of music, all genres of creativity, so forth and so on. It's just going to be like those who leap now will set themselves up for generations in the future. It's here. And so I'm literally at phase, we're going into phase 2 now. And it's like, yep, it's doing exactly what I'm seeing it was doing. But people still kind of slow to the draw. And I feel like, speaking to those people that I was talking about, the VIPs here, they kind of saw the same things, which even gave me more thought. Like, oh, Donnie knows what he's talking about. It's like, okay, so I'm not the only person that sees this. This is an actual thing. So now is the time to really get out and get after people, to let people know. Now, the other thing that we want to look at with regard to that landscape is we don't know what it's going to be like, what the economy is going to be like, where we're going to physically be as a nation in the next 2 years based off of the regime that's currently in place. I'm going to just leave it at that. But if ever there's a time to bet on oneself, bet on what it is that you do, bet it is on who you want to be seen as, not who you aspire to be, not what you dream of being or becoming. Whatever you are, like, who are you? So you Super Tim, You don't need to, like, hey, I'm an aspiring, you're a Super Tim. There is no other Super Tim, right? So I think that's
and if
the
he
thing.
is, he's a fraud.
He's a he fugazi, right? So, but that's the thing. It's a wearing the cape is different from watching somebody else wear the cape saying that they this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is now. And I feel like we are in this renaissance for the DMV that will be talked about for years to come. People 10 years from now is going to be talking about us like, holy crap, like they did that. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that for everybody that's aspiring, everybody that's coming up, everybody that's kind of in mid transition to whatever it is that they're going to develop into, whether or not you're developing tech. Because AI right now is abundant too. There's AI. AI is turning people to millionaires off the street.
Yeah.
I mean, off the street, bro. It's not even a game. And people are like, "Oh, you're gonna lose jobs and lose, it's gonna take me out of my industry." Well, then pivot. That's what you got AI for.
You learn how to use it. So if you want to keep your job and stay active and stay making money, you need to learn how to use what's new in the industry.
Yeah.
DJs went from scratching on records, and now I was watching a video of DJ Jazzy Jeff from like the 80s, and they was like, yeah, this is DJ Jazzy Jeff. He's doing it on the actual records and turntables. Yeah, but he's still doing it now on the turntables we use now. That's not records. He's got his laptop. He's still doing the same mixes he was doing on the records. Now doing them with the new technology, because you had to pivot because ain't nobody doing vinyls. I mean, you can still do vinyls technically, but like the majority of people is doing it on your laptop with the turntables because ain't nobody carrying all them goddamn crates.
Exactly.
So if you got to learn how to manipulate the new generation of technology and equipment to stay relevant, then that's what you do. you go from the vinyl, you go from the analog, and you move over to the digital because if that's where the industry is moving, you got to move with it, or you're gonna be a dinosaur and you're gonna be extinct like the damn dinosaur.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, there is room for novelty, but at the end of the day, that compresses your market. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you have to, like, I'm not one to sit there and believe that AI is going to take us out of here. I'm one to believe
Hmm.
that AI is a tool, and it will only be what you allow it to become. It's just that
Hmm.
simple. You know what I mean? Like me as a music producer, my early introduction into making beats, music, and making beats and recording was learning how to edit on a 2-inch reel to reel.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like physically. Like I don't know if I've shook the hand of anybody in recent memory that has actually done that. Like that wasn't like upper or middle aged, Caucasian man or like a roadie black dude that was in the industry. You know what I mean? Like people now they don't know what a 2-inch really real is, but at the end of the day, it's like now we don't need it. I don't
Yeah.
need it. You know what I mean? And that's it. So I think, like I said, going back to the point, one of the two things that I definitely wanted to say was just with regard to the landscape of the Renaissance. I really do just genuinely believe that now is the time, and now is the time to kind of really start paying attention to who's moving and shaking.
Hmm.
DMV folks specifically. I'm talking to y'all, giving y'all nuggets. One of the things I learned about being in LA that's way different from the DMV is that LA people talk to each other.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
LA folk talk to each other. It don't matter where they're from. They're in LA. And in LA, they are talking to each other about how
Hmm.
to help, how they can help to facilitate, especially if they feel like that person got steam.
Hmm.
It's not about, oh, I'm the one, or X and X and O, or if you feel some kind of funny way, like, well, that person's better than me. Oh my goodness, well, I don't want to give him no shot. Like that, all of that is it's counterculture. You can't. And here's the thing with DMV focus, like if everybody pay attention to who's moving, and then we all sit down and have conversations of how we can help. There's things the Super 10 do that Donnie B got the beats don't do. I'm on a
Hmm.
Super 10 platform. So why wouldn't I big up Super Tim? Why wouldn't I try to help put people to on to him to be like, yo, check his, but you know what I mean? Like to me, it one hand washes the other, and good business is good business. So I think that that's the other thing too. Is just that coming back from LA, seeing that nobody talks to each other in DC, and if they do, it's cliquish. Boy, if you don't cut that high school junior varsity, senior superlative shit out.
You all clicked them together, only moving with certain people. And I think from my experiences, I've seen a lot of people. Like in my experiences as an OG,
Yeah,
40 something years old, like I've seen situations where you network with people. Like it was a time where yeah, we did do that. We went to the open mics and everybody knew each other and everybody talked to each other and you built that brotherhood community and people worked together. But then you had some people who you thought was genuinely working with you whole time they stealing your shit. And I
yep,
think it created a level of mistrust amongst the community, the art community, the business community, or whatever. To the point was now like I know even myself from like a lot of stuff that I be wanting to do, I hold that shit close to the vest because if I talk to somebody about it, because it's happened before, I'm like,
hmm
yeah, I got this idea to do this, 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 and this, and to pull you in to help me, and we do it together. The whole time they just taking notes and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck Tim, I got it. I can do this without Tim.
yeah,
And I'm like, damn, I thought I was coming to you, you know what I'm saying, to work together and partner and make the shit bigger than either of us could have did it alone. But you feel like you can do it alone, but you could have did it bigger with me. But what you do alone is good enough for you. So fuck Tim, because he just gave me some jewels and I got the resources to do it, which is why I came to you to begin with. I got the idea, you got the resources. I came to you with the idea to, you know what I'm saying, that
yeah.
would benefit your resources. And now you just like now you got the idea, you got a resource, you don't need Tim no more. Even though, but then this is what happens. You take my idea, you take somebody's idea and think that you can do what they do, but you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, the player who tries to be the coach. There's a reason why a Michael Jordan never was the coach because coaching is different than playing.
He just tried to own in DC.
Yeah, everybody trying to take somebody else's idea and think they can perfect it or do it the same way the whole time. Like, no, you can't do it on my level, which is why I'm coming to you. If you could have did it on my level, you would already been. So I'm coming to you with the expertise of the idea. All I need is you and your resources. So like it was a guy, I was going to do an interview with this guy, and it's a comedian. He was on the show next week, and he sent me information
Mhm.
promoting the show. So I was like, "Yo, why don't y'all come on? You know what I'm saying, my radio show, and y'all can promote it, talk about it, tell some jokes, all that good stuff to promote the show."
Mhm.
He was like, "Yeah, we can do that, but I need you to buy a ticket first." I'm like, "Why do?" I was like, "That's not first of all, that's not how media works. Media doesn't pay you to give you a platform." Oh, but I'm bringing people to your platform. Yeah, you bringing people to my platform, and I'm putting you out there to my platform, and that's my one hand washing the other, sir.
Right.
You want me to pay $30 to come to your show for what? Yeah, I got to pay $30 to come to your show just to put you on my show that I'm going to do anyway, with or without you. I can get anybody else to come on the show and do an interview, and I ain't got to do shit. I did interviews with motherfuckers way more important than you, and they didn't charge me because they know in the business of media, it's like you said, one hand wash the other. The media needs the people to put on the platform to build the platform, but the people that come to the platform also need the platform.
That about spitting. Super to spitting. Exactly.
So like when you out here doing business, and it's like, what do you do? I'm always looking and come across opportunities to see where I can instill my expertise in what I do to help what you do, which in turns helps both of us grow. Whether it's marketing, whether it's media, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, using your social media better or whatever the case may be, you're doing what you're doing. But if you allow me to come in and partner with you, I can help you take it to another level. And with me helping you go to another level, and then me being affiliated with you going to the next level because of what I added to what you're doing, now I'm being pulled up with you, and now we both building and moving and growing.
Well, you know what's it's funny. I'm glad that you said that, Tim, because I mean, like the curious kid, like just straight up, like for real. You never know. Sometimes people don't be in that direction. You know what I mean? Some people don't think like that. Some people be in the mode of looking in other directions and pining and busting it, and they don't understand the depths or the growth. You know what I mean? Like what everything that you offer potentially. Like for me, I would say I would be 100%. I would work with you 100%, just because I see what you do, and I know you know what I'm saying. Like I get an understanding of what it is that you're trying to build. I never thought to have a conversation with you because I'm like, oh, just Tim does what Tim do. You see what I'm saying? So I think there is something there's merit to exactly what you're saying, which is exactly what I'm saying with regard to, or I'm trying to say with regard to the Renaissance, is
Mhm.
we need each other now more than ever if we really want to build something for our culture, for our locale, for our state, for our town, for our region. We're the
Yeah.
last of the top 5 markets that don't have an identity.
Nope. Because the
Like I mean,
opportunities are here.
it's man, it's been here since BET. When BET
Yeah.
left in the '80s, it's been here.
hmm
You
I
know,
mean,
and
now,
but
like you said, with social media, and it's a lot more people doing independent events and things of that nature that are looking for artists, that are looking for entertainers, that's looking for businesses and vendors and stuff like that. So like it's all these independent events going on all over the DMV all the time. Like I was telling you before, we went on, started recording. I'm ready for the weather to break so I can be out in these streets because there's always something going on
yeah.
that you could be a part of. That if you're tapped into what's going on in the city, you can always find an opportunity to do, at the very least, build your brand and be visible. You know what I'm saying? And if they're looking for musicians, hey, it's an opportunity. You can get on and you can perform. They're looking for vendors, it's an opportunity. You can get on and promote your business. Even if it's just an event in general, I'm gonna pop up with my Super Radio shirt on and be like, who was that? Oh yeah. I seen that dude before online. That's super. Even though they don't know my name, they know Super Radio. I have people like, "What's up, Super Radio?"
Yeah.
Because they know the brand. Because I put it everywhere. They see me everywhere. They see the logo on my shirt or whatever the case may be. I'm passing out flyers. You know what I'm saying? Just building the brand. Even if it's just that alone, it's a lot of opportunities to do that. It's a lot of people making moves or producing different events that are giving us the platform to do it. We just have to take advantage of it. And it's interesting that I was talking to a friend the other day about like the whole difference between what DC natives do
Mm-hmm.
and what transplants do. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like DC natives kind of stuck in one kind of lane,
Yeah.
stuck and doing one thing, and they've been doing the same thing that worked for them in the 80s and 90s and think it still work in 2026. But it's the
Yeah.
transplants that's coming in that's doing all these events and creating all these opportunities
Yeah.
because they're coming from different parts of the country with a different mind state and infusing all that right here where we are in a bigger city
Yep.
for us as DC natives or DMV natives to take advantage of. And we so like, oh nah, you ain't from here. I ain't fucking with him. He ain't from here. Okay, he ain't from here, but he coming and bring. That's like you doing a cookout, and the neighbor that just moved into a neighborhood bringing a different dish to the cookout, and be like, nah, we ain't gonna eat his shit because he ain't one of us. He just moving around here. Whole time the shit that he brought is motherfucking fire.
Yeah, busting.
That motherfucking shit good as a motherfucker, but we sitting here like refusing to eat it because he's not a part of the regular, you know what I'm saying, community and he's new. So we just
Yeah.
missing out.
But too, because I speak on this, I'll say it with my chest. I'm from here, and
Mm-hmm.
I get that energy. I got that energy before I even left to go to LA,
Mm-hmm.
and people wasn't embracing me like that. You
Yeah,
know what I
because
mean?
you like people like us don't come off as quote unquote DC niggas or DMV niggas because we think outside the box and our thought process about how to do business, how to you know what I'm saying live life, make moves. Our vision is on a different level to the point where we don't seem like we from DC. Somebody talk to us, he be like, "You from the DMV? You from DC? Yeah, nigga, I went to the same public schools that y'all motherfuckers did."
Like shit,
But
you in
but
the PG
yeah.
public system, nigga. You already know.
Yeah, I was on these buses like y'all motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, doing the same fucking shit. But
Yeah,
I may not seem like it because my mindset wasn't stuck in the same old hood mentality, you know what I'm saying, old school way of doing shit. I'm always thinking about the next move and how to build on everything. Um, and that makes and most DC DMV niggas ain't doing that. So like I said, it makes us seem like we're not from here because of that. But it's the niggas like us and the Wale's and people like that that think beyond just the region and think beyond just how everybody else think that can get out and make it.
yeah,
Right? Everybody
yeah,
else still sitting around. And then when we do make it or we do something different and expand outside of the DMV now, either everybody gonna love us and want to be a part of what we're doing that we built on our own or we built from getting away from the DMV, or they gonna hate us and make it seem like, oh, you ain't real DC because you left to go da 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 like they did with EU and Trouble Funk when they left and started touring outside of DC when they got big. Now, oh, you're not go go because you're not performing in DC. So
yeah.
I'm supposed to limit my earning potential just to be able to fit in your box of what's quote unquote go go or quote unquote DC. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And well, I gotta tell you, anybody who say that, and I'm sorry, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I'm saying one of the most generational Google songs of all time was "The Butt," and that
Mm-hmm.
joint was in a Spike Lee movie.
Yep.
Okay, like it will forever be in a Spike Lee movie and transcended Spike Lee movie of all times, if it will. Because School
Yeah.
Days is the for HBCUs. School Days
Mm-hmm.
is the Bible on Black HBCU culture, and
Yeah.
the butt was in that.
Yeah.
So
He was telling the story. I seen a story he was telling online about the butt. He was like he was at Howard. I guess he was at Howard homecoming or some reason he was in DC at Howard
mhm,
and he ended up at the 930 club. And
mhm,
that's where he first seen EU. And he was like, oh shit, like this go-go shit. I fuck with this go-go shit. He immediately went back to New York and was like, yo, I need that EU band. on the soundtrack. Even though it's not EU song, they didn't make the song. He was like,
Hmm.
I need you to make a song for this because I need this band on the soundtrack because that shit was just so infectious that he immediately like, I don't give a fuck what the song is. I just need you to make a song for this band 'cause I need this band on the soundtrack in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
But it's opportunities like that. It's opportunities like that that can happen when you embrace the quote unquote transplants, or when you a DC nigga that embrace the Maryland and Virginia people who may have connections outside of the area that could put you on beyond just, you know what I'm saying, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. But if you always worried about who's DC, who's DMV, who's real, who this, you missing out on opportunities to just break out and get money. I thought we was in this shit to get money.
yeah, yeah.
There's only so much money you can make in a city or in a region.
Shoot, I want to test that theory. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll give me the opportunity, DMV. I promise you, I'm coming for everything moving. I need all of it in my pocket, small unmarked bills. Okay,
Yeah.
like that's. I mean, I just here's my thing. I think we black people have a marginalized mindset, and I know that comes across as very condescending. I don't mean it that way. I'm saying it from a perspective of the overall overarching of not by culture that has been passed down from generation to generation to what we think is acceptable socially or economically or so forth and so on. The divisiveness, all of the things that are implanted in us via Jim Crow, via slavery, via just who we are. It's always funny that it's not we do our most damaging and like powerful work, not damaging, powerful work when we work together.
Hmm.
History has shown it. Yet and we're not even talking brown people, we talk African American black people, especially in the DMV,
Hmm.
continue to stay. They stay in a mindset of we have to do what we gotta do for ourselves, which is
Hmm.
the most toxic Jim Crowish mentality to be in.
Hmm.
And all I'm saying with all of this is to be said is that it's painful because we could be so far further up the. I talk the whole time I was in LA. I spoke up DMV folk the whole time. My entire life, I've always put DMV on my back. You go back to my music that I put out in 2011.
Hmm.
I play mixtape Jones that I did in 2002, 2003. It's always been DC, and it's always funny because it's always like they don't just not recognize of what we could do if we just work together.
Hmm.
And that's why LA is what LA is, because people, the transplants, because the LA folk, the natives, they don't like transplants either. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So transplants come into your territory and take your city over and run your ecosystem. What does that say
Hmm.
for your culture? You know what I mean? So it's just painful, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. The shark's gonna swim and gonna eat, and that's just how I feel about it. And we need to lift up the people like Super Tim. You know what I mean? The promoters, the voices, the platforms. You know what I mean? The people that's out here really moving and shaking because all of us know each other,
Hmm.
whether or not we choose to accept it or not. We know each other. So big up everybody, and let's do
And
it. Let's win.
we all doing the same shit, hopefully trying to get the same places. And let me say, we all are aspiring to get to the same places. We're
Hmm.
all not willing to put in the work to get to the same places. We all don't have the confidence to make the moves so that we can get to those places. You could be like this, oh, I'm a dope ass rapper, but then you put a nigga on a certain stage, and they like, oh shit, this big right here, nigga.
Hmm.
You get me? I be seeing those videos of niggas performing at in Germany and shit, and they got 100,000 motherfuckers. I'm like, this nigga, give me that shit. I want the stage where 100,000 motherfuckers is moving to my voice. But you give a nigga a crowd of 100 motherfuckers, and they just act like that's just so overwhelming to them. But this is what you want, right? You want to be the big time rapper, the big time this, the big time comedian. but then you get put in platforms or spaces that can put you where you say you want to go, and you don't embrace it. You gotta embrace the moments that's gonna get you where you want to go, or where you think you want to go. Like we see where everybody else is in entertainment and sports and all that type of stuff, and it looks wonderful to be rich and on TV, but everybody don't have the cojones to really embrace those moments that will get you there, which is why a lot of niggas from the DMV have not gotten to those places. Like I was talking to somebody about DC comedy. He was asking about DC comedy. I was like, DC comedy ain't shit. He was like, well, what about like Martin and Tommy Davis? You know them niggas like 60 years old, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's DMV, that's DC comedies from the 80s. Nigga, we're in 2026. Who have you known from this area on any real level, high level of art, business, what the case may be, from the DMV?
I mean, Chappelle, to be fair, he's
Yeah,
like,
but he's also a nigga that's 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his shit in the 90s,
but
early 2000s.
okay.
Where was that Chappelle show? You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this then. So do you is or is not Juhan Jones from the area?
I haven't even heard of Juhan Jones. See, that's an issue.
Okay, so see, because he's a creator, but he's one of those comics that was like a comic on like social media. And then now
Hmm.
he's like big. He's like, you know what I mean? Like I think him and he's like with Delicious now. Like literally, like they're an item. Like it's crazy. Like, but because he was just on Good Morning DMV or whatever, the show. You know, they
Hmm.
got like it's like the same show. They just changed the name. It's weird.
Yeah.
Uh, but he was on there and he was just talking about being back home. I think he's like in Bethesda or something like that. But you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like he's done movies and stuff like that. And then Delicious walked in because she was just visiting him. It was like this is awkward. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Oh, yeah, you know. So,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying all that to say it's like there are people from the platform that really be out and about. But here's the thing that I will say that I agree with you on: the people that are DC natives that are abroad are not as vocal as they need to be about
Hmm.
being from the DMV.
I was about to say that because if he's making the moves and he's from this area and I don't even know who he is, then he's not saying where he's from for other people who now watch him to share it so that other people know he's from there. Because I'm sure if he be on there talking about yo, I'm so and so from the DMV and I'm out blah blah blah, then DMV niggas gonna be like, oh, he from the DMV. Oh, let me share this and show him love. And now there's a bunch of people from the DMV that know who he is because he's let it be known that he's from the DMV.
Right.
So that's the other issue with us. Like you said, they get away. Like if we gonna build the DMV, if you want to build the DMV up and be a hotbed for everything,
Hmm.
anything and everything, you can find. If niggas say they from the DMV, DC DMV, you automatically like, oh yeah, I'm trying to do that because DC has a reputation of success. Then let it be known you from the DMV. So they see successful people from the DMV, so they start fucking with the DMV. And then niggas from the DMV see that success and know that it's possible for them to start, you know what I'm saying, making moves a little bit differently, knowing that it's possible. And then once you get on, nigga, pull a motherfucker up. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I'm always talking to somebody about something the other day. She was talking about like the crab, like how we always kind of fight against each other. And I was like, yeah, DC, they say we like crabs in the barrel mentality. But I was like, I wouldn't call it crabs in the barrel mentality. I think everybody is scrapping to get out of to better the situation. Whether it's get out of DC, get successful, whatever. And it's as we're trying to move as individuals, we find ourselves climbing over them. You got to move a motherfucker out your way to get out the burrow. So I wouldn't say it's like crabs in the burrow. We pulling each other down to keep each other in. We just pulling niggas down because you in my way type mentality. But then those who get out, instead of reaching back to start helping people out the burrow, niggas just get out and keep on going. Y'all
Here's
keep on fighting to get out. I made it. I climbed over all y'all motherfuckers. I got out. I'm holler at y'all. And that's how we are.
and I do not disagree at all with that. I will say this. I don't think John Belushi fought to pick up people in Chicago. I don't think Dan Aykroyd fought to pick up all of the talent that he do from Canada to go with him. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, like Red Fox did.
Mhm.
My point is that it's not enough people that know how to just be vulnerable to be able to become the legend that most people will know. Like, if you really, like you said, and I loved how you put it with regard to, you know, people, you know, like DMV people being in, like, stepping on a stage when they get this platform, and you got to be in this mode to be able to like do your thing when the lights come on.
Mhm.
Do you know how vulnerable it is to sit and to perform at a stadium with 30,000 people looking at you like, yo, like, what's he gonna do?
Mhm.
That's
But you know what?
vulnerable, huh?
The confidence in yourself embraces that. I know niggas that won't get a microphone. You can go on Amazon and get a speaker and a microphone on Amazon, and I encourage everybody to do it. I don't care what you do as a or vocal artist, whether it's comedy, rapping, singing, fucking violin, nigga. You can get your own equipment and go out on the street. I got the equipment right here in my house and let niggas look. I got it, nigga. All you gotta do is show up. But like you said, even if it's one nigga on a corner, you're so scared of rejection. It's that one motherfucker that walked down the street that didn't take my CD or didn't take my flyer or thought that I was some shit.
Mm.
Is this one person going to think that, or is he going to fuck with me? You so worried about that you don't have the confidence to just go out there and just do what you do. And if they don't fuck with, okay, fuck them. Not even fuck them. Okay, that's you, dog. Because at the end of the day, how many people we got in this country? A couple 100 million,
Mm-hmm.
and it only take a million to go platinum, which means there's 99% of the country
Yeah,
that didn't fuck with you.
yeah. You can
But
go
you,
platinum in fucking Occoquan.
yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
go, you go out of 100 million. If it's 300 million people, we'll say half of those is adults. So 150 million, you only need a half a percent of the country that spends money on music to fuck with your music. 99.5% don't have to give a fuck about you for you to be successful. So while you worrying about this one person that didn't fuck with you, and you basing how you move off of who don't fuck with you, then you'll never get out there to find out who actually do fuck with you. You want everybody to fuck with you, or it's gonna be an issue. Not taking consideration, the majority probably won't fuck with you because they into some type of music, or they just not into your music. I'm in the country. You do rap. Sorry, sir. Or I'm into this type of rap. Or your type of rap is not my type of rap. But you know what? I don't need everybody. I need that 0.5% of the country to fuck with my shit. 0.5% of the country is a lot.
Well,
But you know what I'm saying? One out of every 200 people that I come across fuck my shit. That's pretty much what it is. And I'm sure, and if you got the confidence in yourself, your ability, your talent, then you gonna approach the situation like, oh, I'm gonna get these motherfuckers to fuck with me.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
ask the nigga like, why you ain't listening to Super Radio? Or if I send out, you know what I'm saying, promo blast, whatever, for my show, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I didn't listen to it. I was like, you listen to the show? Oh, no, I didn't get a chance to. I was at okay, well, that's your fault. Well, that's your loss. That's your loss. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that like that. If you ain't rocking with me and what I do, that's your loss. You missing out on some good shit.
Well, here's the thing: they will always come back. See? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like for me, I get the luxury of having to go back into my crates 10 years ago and listen to some gems that nobody ever heard before. That's crazy, and then play it now,
Mhm.
and then have people be like, "Yo, like that's crazy." Like, yeah, it was crazy 10 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you, friend. I'm glad you get to experience it. Like, welcome. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think that that's the piece that I try to tell all of the people, like, you know what I'm saying, that I know. It's like, look, at the end of the day, people not always going to vibe. Their attention spans all over the place, especially now. 10 years ago, we didn't have social media.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Now we got social media. It's little kids learning about leukemia. The kids are like 6 years old, can tell you, can run it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, this little kid, this little 6-year-old just told me about leukemia. I didn't know none of this, but he's 6. I don't know what to do with my life right now. You know what I'm saying? But because he's born and he got a phone in his hand and he got his little YouTube page, and for whatever reason, he hates Nihao Kai Lan, loves leukemia. I don't get it. You see what I'm saying? But now we in the industry, we at an age and era where in society where everything is faster than the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't fault people for not knowing who I am. You know what I'm saying? And knowing who my the people in my network are. The people in my network dope. That's why I follow them. That's why I watch them. That's why they're dope. You know what I mean? Super Tim call me and be like, yo, what you doing today? I guess I'm on your platform. Like it's what it is. It's no bravado. It's no trying to be a celebrity. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like you said, this whole game is for us all to move forward with the culture. You said that before. You know what I'm saying? And I always identify with you, and I watch your movements, and I think that that's the thing, and which goes back to the whole Renaissance thing that I say that I think is building. I think people actually, for the first time, there's more people in this city that I can remember that are really seizing the moment, the carpe diem, this whole shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
They really see it. Whether or not they transplants, it's enough transplants to make enough noise that the buck against the bull crap that the natives had to put up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's a
They
lot, a
don't
lot
need
of
us. They don't need us
but
no more.
they don't. But here's the thing: we have enough natives with bravado and with backstories and history that can be like, nah, y'all not just gonna come run the table without us now.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, you need to step up and come to the table because they came here from wherever they came from and built the table that's here in your kitchen. Come sit your ass down. You mad they came in your kitchen and built a table while you still sitting on the couch eating. He's still eating on the couch.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this to somebody else too. One of the homies with my fam, like the dope fam. Like here's the thing, such and such across Allen's Pond, whatever, whoever the freaking record label is, I don't care. Just name one. Name a MC, whatever. Like, especially in the culture, the people that are freestyle rappers, because they think that they're the greatest rappers ever, and I'm happy for them. You know what I mean? You think you're better than me? I'm happy for you. And I'm
Mhm.
not, I don't, I don't wake up in the morning to be like, let me to figure out ways for me to hate on this guy. I don't care about this guy. I'm trying to focus over here. So if you think that you're better than me, good. I'm happy for you. Buy my
Yeah.
next album. Okay. I don't worry about, so it's like, and it came up because it was like a lot of little back and forth scuttlebutt between some pretty decently known or well-known DMV rappers and this new crop of freestyle artists. And they're like, back bars and bars and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, listen, at the end of the day, I think everybody's dope. Everybody got a voice. It's your story. It's your perspective on, like, I can see everybody can look. I'm not the only person that sees this bottle I'm holding.
Mhm.
Everybody's looking at it from different perspectives, different locations, different time zones, different this, that, and the third. So but that does not mean that this bottle does not exist right
Yeah.
now. So my thing is, there's enough space for everybody to eat. There's enough space for everybody to have a voice. Everybody to be whoever they want to be, and whoever that is, who and whatever that is glorious. I'm cool with
Yeah.
that. Don't knock me for my shit though. Don't
Mhm.
don't stifle. Don't block my blessing because you feel some kind of funny way because I just happen to keep getting these blessings. That's because I'm working. Super Tim working. You know what I mean? And I think that that's the thing, and so that's the undercurrent of the whole thing with the movement, the Renaissance, the DMV Renaissance. It's like at the end of the day, there's photographers that's coming up, like Nikki Lavi. I got to shout out Nikki Lavi, like her and Picasso, and I'm sure there's plenty of other talent, but them two on the canvas, nasty canvas workers. Like they paint
Yeah.
pictures, bro. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The promoters, like I got friends that's from promoters, they're killing, like they get shows pretty much every day. You know what I'm saying? Love Jones and it's Love Jones events, Big T.
Mm-hmm.
Always Ask Asia, 102.3, you know what I'm saying? Desana Moses, the 365 experience. Like all of these people are really moving and shaking. You know what I mean? Super Tim, you know what I'm saying? Big Block. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a space. We have a platform. Let's just work together to build a structure, an ecosystem, so that everybody eats, everybody comes up, we all lift each other up. It's just that simple. And I just wish people would stop being ashy and just figure out how to pull it together. It's not rocket science. Plenty of other cities have done it and they continue to run circles around it. So much so that like Atlanta has the city pass. This is crazy work. It's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that you can sign up, you can do whatever you want to do in Atlanta with one fare. And DMV does not have that. Why? It's the capital of the nation. Why don't we have one ecosystem that everything you need to get is in that ecosystem, which is what I'm working on right now on the site. So anyway, I'm just saying from a perspective of these are the types of thoughts that it does not help the DMV culture. And if everybody got out of their own way, we would flourish and be great. You know what I mean? And I want to again thoroughly say while I say all of that, um, y'all need to, and I'm talking around you, Tim, if you don't mind me saying this. Y'all need to listen to Super 10, okay? Y'all need to support Super 10. I've been around a long time. He's been doing this thing a long time. I heard of Super 10 a long time ago. Y'all need to stop playing in people's faces, man. Stop playing in people's faces and give people their flowers. It kills me. It kills me that people like that. There's people that have been working and working and you know what I'm saying? Jim, you know what I'm saying? Caribbean Gems. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lonnie Vega. Like, it's so many people that have been working. Stop playing in Super 10 face. Stop playing in Jim's face. Stop playing in Lonnie Vega face. There's people out there that's working. And the DMV is just like, 'cause like you said, they get in this little but that ain't deal because my cousin got this joke, so I'm gonna ride with my cousin. Your cousin, like who is your cousin? Where he at though? How many T-shirts he got? Because I'm sure that's the only reason why. Does he got an LLC? Is he is he measured? Is he got his business license? Because people get a T-shirt and think they got a business,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I
They
don't.
don't know what to do with.
They don't. So I'm sorry for my rant. I was just saying, you try to need to support.
Okay.
Man, make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, Super Tim, 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? And he just continue to do what you do, bro. Because literally,
Mm,
you speak for a lot of people that don't even realize they need speaking for sure.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Before we get out of here, you still let us know about the music you got coming out. Or you
Appreciate
have
it.
out that we need to go check out.
Well, yeah, I have a lot of songs out, and I have like 9 more on the waiting list that I'm just trying to figure out when's a good time to drop out. Anyway, the one right now that I'm currently it's a pivot and I must speak on is so I dropped a single called "In Love with You." This is the second time I jumped into the EDM space, the dance space. I'm in my 40s, y'all. I don't want to always be trying to prove to lesser or younger individuals how tough I am lyrically. I don't want to do that. Like it's like why? You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna just say what I'm gonna say, and I don't care to measure up against anybody. I just say what I say. Anyway, so I decided that I wanted to do like some EDM stuff, and this song "In Love with You" is a very good record of mine. Like it feels good. Um, and I recently put it on. Well, at this point, it's about 6 weeks ago, maybe 7 weeks ago. I put it up on number one music. If you haven't been on number one music.com, you're missing out. It's a good ecosystem. A lot like SoundCloud, but it's its own thing. But
Okay.
I put it up 6 weeks ago. It's been number one in Maryland EDM for all 6 weeks. Nationally, it's like number 12 nationally and like number 35 globally. Uh,
Okay.
for a number of weeks. Uh, and I hope to get those numbers up because I would love to be number one all the way across the board. We shall see. But it's a good vibe, great energy. Definitely makes you dance because this is a dance record. And I really just, it's free. It's
Free
free.
is always good. But we're
Yeah.
gonna make sure we're gonna put that up on the website. Make sure people can check it out when they come to whatupsuper.com and see if we can get some of them numbers moving.
Yeah, my man. And then and put if you figured out to put the little you know, the sent by Super Tim, and you know what I mean, like, so that way we know we can track the metrics. But I already know, like, any help that you got, I appreciate it. But honestly, Tim, I want to know what you think of it, because I know that that's not normally something that you be. I don't want to say, because I don't know if you be, you know, what you listen to on a day to day other than go music and rap music. But you know, so I don't want to put you in
I
that
listen
box.
to
But
all kinds of stuff. I listen to Shabuzi and Taylor Swift. I know. I listen to
you
anything
see what I'm
that's good.
saying? It's
I listen to
culture.
anything that's going, yeah, anything that's gonna make me dance. I'm down for it. I don't mind listening to Drops of Jupiter the other day because that jump
Nice.
just a good feel. I just love the song. I don't really care much about the band in itself,
Right.
but that song in particular, and I was having a conversation about that when it comes to go go. You can like a song. I was having a conversation about bounce beat, and I was
Ah,
like, y'all OG double OGs, like y'all still like hating on bounce beat, and it was like, man, I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying, I was like, so do you not fuck with it because are you still stuck on what it was 20 years ago? Because if you didn't like it 20 years ago because it was too much noise, it sounds like banging, banging, banging. Okay, that's understandable, but you do know it's evolved. And even if you don't want to go to a bounce beat show, it's still individual singles that crank.
I agree, and I think
So
that's where I drop it, because you get me started with that. I listen. Hmm, I love Go Go. It's always like, I love Go Go. And we've had the conversations about me and Go Go.
mhm.
To this day, I just can't do bounce beat. I just can't. It's not that it's not good. It's not that it's not, like, it just doesn't, like the cat clack, 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 and like it's too like, I feel like every time I hear it, I feel like I'm about to hear it button something.
If you
You know
got
what I mean?
the right band and the right song, that thing be bouncing. That motherfucker be cracking. I'm like, hold up, that's your job. Like I've heard some shows recently, like with me doing the go-go radio station and then kind of going outside of what I listen to personally and started coming across some jumps. I was like, oh no, this a band that's been around for a while. And like I said, they was that loud, just everything sounds like a bunch of noise. But once you grow as an artist and a musician and you know how to take what you do and clean it up and find the musicianship within it, I think that's what the bands that I left, because there was a lot of bounce beat bands back in '04, '06, '08 that was just all over the place. But the ones that's still around, the reaction bands, the TCBs, CCBs, all that type of
Hmm.
stuff,
Hmm.
TOB and stuff like that, learned how to, they've cleaned it up and matured as musicians to the point where you can still get the bounce speed in it and it sounds clean, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? They covering stuff that other traditional bands cover just with the bounce beat feel to it. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit different right there, and I'm fucking with it type of shit.
Okay.
But can you go and sit through a whole show? Probably not. I wouldn't go sit through a whole train concert. But if you put on
Fair.
Drops of Jupiter, I'm singing right along with everybody else. So in today's music atmosphere, you don't need to like an artist. I mean, we've never been in a space in music in general where we liked every song a person put out. We had our choices. With go-go, it's always been about the live show, so you have to like the whole show and everything the band does, because you got to stand in that motherfucker for an hour and a half to get the whole show. You can't stand in there for an hour and a half for 3 songs that you fuck. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait till they get to the other song that I like. But with today's music atmosphere, where you have streaming music and you can get a single song from a band, just rock those songs. I don't know everything TLB do, but it's about 4, 5 Jones right now that I fuck with, that I be cranking to every time that motherfucker come on. And I ain't mad at it. Will I go to a show? Probably not. but they gonna get my stream on my YouTube music every time that motherfucker pop up on my playlist. I don't even look. I listen so much go-go on YouTube music. They just got a whole playlist. But like they just created a playlist called Go-Go Essentials. I'm like, okay, well, you just kind of put every go-go song on YouTube music in this playlist for me because that's all I be really listening to. And I'm fine with that. And I come across some good shit from a lot of different bands that if it wasn't for streaming, I wouldn't know about. Now it might make me want to go see the band, and they might have other music that I do fuck with for me to now be a fan and go to the shows and stuff like that. But even if I don't go to the shows, I can still just crank and party on my phone and be good. But if I can get other OGs to kind of think the same way that go-go is not just about the live show or the PA tape, and we can listen to go-go for 30 minutes, and it's 30 minutes of music from 6 different bands in our playlist, then we can get more bands getting more love from a variety of different people who say that they are go-go fans. You can be a go-go fan. Like you can be a football fan. Like you have your fans of the so you're a football fan. Like were you a football fan or were you a Redskins fan?
So that's a great question. I am a both. I'm an NFL fan because I gotta say NFL.
But which one was first? Which one was first?
Okay. So what was first? I was a Washington Redskins fan. I've been a Washington Redskins fan since 1984. Okay. But I fell in love with the NFL. I love the NFL. The Washington Commanders and Washington Redskins is my absolute number one team. It's not even close.
That's the thing that introduced you to football for you to now expand to loving the game as a whole.
But technically, no, because the actual team that introduced me to it was the Eagles, because my dad was an Eagles fan.
Okay.
So, but the thing
there was an introduction. So what the point I'm trying to make, or the point I'm trying to ask is, or the point I'm trying to make is that are you a fan because you was introduced to the entirety of it, or are you a fan of it because you was introduced from a specific entity? So if you like my first band was Junkyard, so I've been a Junkyard fan ever since. And you have people that fell in love with go-go because they experienced a specific band, and now it's just that band. And you have people that experience go-go from a specific band, and that introduction to go-go through that band allowed them to now seek out other go-go and be a fan of go-go and not be stuck on one band to the point where I can listen to all of go-go because I love all of go-go. As long as it's good music, I can listen to it. So a lot of us are introduced through to go-go or to a lot of stuff from one entity, from that first experience, and we love that first experience with that singular entity and stay on that entity. And some of us, like I said, take that experience and be like, oh, I like this experience and I want more. And it is more. It's not just McDonald's, it's Burger King, it's Wendy's. I like burgers, so I'm like, yo, where the next good burger at? Because the burger I first ate at McDonald's got me hooked on burgers. Or am I just going to be stuck on McDonald's because I'm stuck on that first experience, which was with McDonald's, and just don't want to do anything outside of that experience? That entity that created that first experience that made me love whatever it was. I think in go-go, it's too many that's stuck. It's too many that's stuck on the one band that they started fucking with. And say they love go-go, but no, you just love that band that happens to be go-go. Because if you love go-go, any opportunity for go-go, you're gonna be there because you love go-go. And that's why I said. And if we have more of that, we have those people, but I think it's the majority is still like the tribalistic. That's my band. Fuck everybody else. Yeah, they crank, but nah, my band. This and this, all this arguing back and forth over who the better band. Look, everybody crank. Everybody crank. They all crank. Not they all crank, but here's a lot that do crank, but just don't get love because people are stuck on that one band that they was introduced to in 1987. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they so stuck on that one band that they can't see themselves entertaining another band because they're so stuck in the moment that they was introduced through that band, and now their loyalty is kind of, they have like a loyalty to that band because they're the ones that introduce them to that, like your first love, you know what I'm saying, your first love, the person you lose your virginity to, shit like that. You can always have a special place, but you can acknowledge that that was that moment, that that was my first love that introduced me to what love feel like. Now I'm gonna go seek love from other people. Or you just gonna be so stuck on that person for the rest of your life that you can't move on and really love anybody else because you're still stuck on your first love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
gotta be able to
I
go
think there's
ahead.
merit to everything that you said. I agree with you 1,000%. I think it really just depends on the nature of the person that's involved. I think a lot of us
Mhm.
just really just kind of look at it from a perspective of, like you said, oh, I was just like, oh, I love this, and then that's it, and then they lock it down. It's only essence. There is no other, so forth and so on. I'm kind
Mhm.
of that way with R&B because I tell people all the time, like, there's a lot of great bands, but the top two in this order: number one, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Never be nobody greater.
Ooh,
I don't care what nobody say.
ooh.
Okay, it's Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's the elements. Okay, and then Mint Condition right up under that.
Man
You,
condition number two.
I put Mint Condition number two. I'm sorry.
Wow.
So, and there was a lot of great bands. There are a lot of great
Uh,
bands. A lot. There's no disrespect to like the Roots.
yeah.
There's no, you know what I'm saying, like the Blues Brothers band. People
Ooh,
don't even
kind of
know.
skipped over the new additions and the
What New
Oyster
Editions
Man
wasn't the
and
band. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the
make
band.
make condition is a band. I thought it was just a group.
No, man, this is a band.
Oh, see, I
The,
never knew
the
that.
lead singer played drums.
Okay, so I'm thinking of a different mint condition. Mint
No,
condition from the '90s. Mint condition.
yeah, you breaking my heart, pretty brown eyes.
There was a band.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was a band. Every time I seen it in
yeah,
the video, it was just them singing in the videos. I
that's a
never knew there was a band.
band. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
I
a
never
whole
knew that.
band.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, man, shout out to Mickey Dick. Listen, that's like
Okay,
the
okay.
Genesis. Genesis put two world renowned singers out into the field. Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins.
Hmm.
But it's still
I remember when they had.
Genesis.
Yeah, I remember when Phil Collins was Genesis.
He was the second one. That's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying with Peter Gabriel. It's like, yo, with they was nasty with Peter Gabriel. And then it was like, oh, we don't know what we're gonna do. And then Studio.
Yeah,
What?
that's my shit. Two, yeah.
You know what I'm
Like I
saying?
told you, anything that crank, I'm gonna listen to that shit.
That's what
It
I'm
don't make a
saying.
difference what it is. So
And
it could be EDM,
have
dance
you listened
music,
have you listened to Chicago, the band?
Chicago. I've probably heard some songs and didn't know it was them.
Super. Trust me. Just take it one day where you just like chilling, you want to get a sip of tequila or something, you just like vibing, put
Mhm.
Chicago on, bro. I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's sickening. Because it's just like, whoa, this is music. This is different. This is music, bro. Like it's not anyway. So yes, going back to like you said, because I sensed the transition. EDM music, I wanted to do something different, and I'm a geek for good music. Like I try to do different things. I want to do a blues album. I will do a blues album. I'm going to do that. Like so, it's just finding it and making it work and studying it and pining at it and growing it and just being like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this as a student of this. This is me doing this. I'm not here for your approval. I'm not here for you to like it. This is me putting this stuff out. And so this In Love with You is a single. I have the single and I have what I call the Maserati mix, which is like a rougher, edgier version of the song. Um and it's just designed to just tear. I wanted to do some Steve Aoki. I'm gonna get a microphone and just amp the crowd up and just let the lights go and vibe. I want people to just lose their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like throw things, shake things, but dance it and do it with love. Like no negative, no nothing. Just jam and ultimate Lollapalooza. What's the genre? the festival. How I
Coachella.
forget? Coachella, yeah, straight Coachella. Burning Man, just go. And I feel that that's the first song that I've done that 100% is in that lane and it's dope. So definitely pick that up. That's actually a single that's going to be on the EP that I'm doing called the playlist. And the playlist is
Mhm.
all dance music and different types of. It's like I got a line dance joint that I'm trying to do with Lachey Ayana Lachey, with that's like the dance queen of the DMV. Try to see if she can do a line dance, and her and her lit steppers can do a line dance to it. And I got other like dance Jones. Like I just want to do a dance record. Who the DMV did you know of, Super Tim? Is
You
like the
said you said dance.
dance, dance music.
No, nobody off the top of my head.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm like, did DC dance too? You know what I'm
They,
saying? Like we got Jones,
yeah,
you play Suavemente and they in there. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm like, let's just get some. Everybody just get up there and they do the Jerusalem. I'm like, sure, I'm trying to tap into that. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? So that's the idea behind it. So in love with you, you get DM me directly or email me, contact DBGDB@gmail,
Mm.
and I'm gonna send it to you. And I don't even want to put it on streaming platforms yet. Not yet.
So
I want people to reach out.
gotcha. Can we post a clip?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna send me the track. I'm gonna make a clip to post on the website, and they can hit you directly from the website to cop the whole jump.
Bet we talk right after this. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, because I know you work your way out. June the 1st, I have my first actual booked show in the DMV at the Champagne Room, 401 Butternut Street, Northwest. That's at the 365 Culture venue, right like few blocks down from the Tacoma station. Make sure y'all like, follow,
Yeah,
subscribe to 65 the 365 Couture. Desana
that's on the
Maurice.
On the Merlin side. That's on the Merlin side,
Yeah, that's the Maryland side.
right? Okay. So for
So
those
Tim,
who don't know, the area is not too far from what's the name of that club on Fourth Street? Everybody goes to. I'm crazy.
I don't know. I don't even
You
go.
shit. It's down like I said, Tacoma Metro Station.
Yeah,
Instead
right
of
there at
going
Tacoma. Right there.
to instead of going down the street back into DC, go up the block, across
Yep.
the Maryland border, Butternut Street, sitting right up
Yeah. June 1st. Super Tim, please come through. I'll pay for whatever you want me to have you there. You need to be there, bro.
there.
And
Just send me the info.
yeah, I got you. I promise you. And I just want everybody in the building. It's gonna be my homecoming. I'm gonna actually do my song "Celebrated." That's the song that I'm building a campaign around. That was my love letter to DMV while I was in LA. I performed it at in Malibu. I performed it for Universal Music Group for Interschool. I put my meat potatoes behind that, and this is my first time to ever perform it physically in DC. And I really just want some numbers in there. I want some support. I want to feel that thing. You know what I'm saying? So like pause. I want to feel that energy in there. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's 2026. We got to clarify. But
We
I
should
like I
not
said,
have to clarify in
I didn't
2026
I didn't
for
make it with
40
the.
old people.
I listen. I just wanted to identify it. I meant it the right way, the way that I said it, but not that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we had to
Uh,
clarify 2026.
us intellectuals understand.
But this is what I'm saying. It's hard to know who the intellectual these days. So you gotta, you know what I mean. You ain't mad
I
at that.
got you.
So
I only promote my show to intellectuals. So they know what we're talking about. We don't need to pause and no
I,
ditties and all that shit.
you
We
know,
know basic English and how it works. We
fave.
got
I
it.
just, sometimes you gotta have to stop again. You know what I mean? But either or, like I said, I hopefully you're in the building, man. I'd definitely love to connect with you at that. But June 1st, I believe go time is 7 p.m. Tim, I'll shoot you the link for that too, so you get that up. if you care to. But yeah, I just want everybody that mess with my people, mess with Super Tim, that mess with Donnie B at the Beats, anybody that's about this movement for the Renaissance, anything that if you just tired of DMV not getting your shine, come out with all of us, man. We're gonna have a good time there that night, man. For real. We about to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's on.
That's what's up. Let them know where to find you at, Donnie.
Sure, you can find me on all social media at Donnie B Got the Beats. That's DonnieBGotDaBeats or Donnie or DB Got the Beats or DBGOTDABEATS on all social media. Like, follow, subscribe, hit me up. Make sure you get in love with you and the Maserati mix. Make sure you check out my short French Fry. It's on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, but go on YouTube because it pays more. And yeah, other than that, follow Super Tim. Like, follow, subscribe, Super Tim. We need everybody on Super Tim timeline. Stop playing with stupid Super Tim. Okay.
Yeah, I've been telling them for 20. I ain't take 20 years. I've been telling them for at least 10 years. If
What
you
they go?
fuck with if you fuck with Super,
Uh,
everything gonna be super. I ain't gonna do nothing that ain't gonna put nobody in a better situation than they was before we started. I have a track record of if you fuck with me, whether it's my 9 to 5 jobs or what I do, you know what I'm saying, the media and things of that nature. It's never been a situation where I haven't left it better than I found it. Am I gonna make you a mega star? Probably not. Am I capable of showing you some shit, teaching some shit, help you move in a way that's gonna make you better than you was when I first met you? That's a guarantee.
yeah,
So,
man.
and if we're moving all together as a unit with the right people, with the right information, the right tools, the right plans, to do the movement. It's like you be a sergeant, but you can't win a war as a sergeant without an army. I'm just missing the army. I'm just missing an army of real soldiers that really want to go out here and put in the work to get shit done.
Yeah,
But
let's
it's
get it.
like it's finding those people who are really about that work and not constantly come across these scared ass niggas that's scared to go outside the box, scared to think different, scared to put their talent out there. I'd be out there trying to get every microphone set up and play music and do my shows, wherever, talk to whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do all that shit and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Only thing gonna stop me is whether I feel like it or not, whether I feel like being bothered. That's what that's the only thing that really stops.
There
My
you go.
PTS, my DMV PTSD has caused me to really to really kind of move and not it caused me to not move as much as I used to,
Yeah.
and move more not strategically, but move in a way where is it gonna piss me off?
Mm, mm.
Is this gonna stress me out? That it boils me making moves boils down to that. Am I gonna enjoy myself when I'm out doing myself? Or am I gonna be pissed off and stressed out by the situation? Because I don't feel like doing what I love to do and you take the love away because the situation is something that's doesn't allow me to enjoy what I do. Whether I'm enjoying what you doing as the entertainer or the person doing the show, or me coming to your space and doing what I do. If I can't
Mm.
come to your space and do what I do, not just to do it and build a brand because I love doing it, then I'd rather pass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. So check out Donnie B Got the Beats. We're gonna
Mm.
get all that good music. We're gonna slide through on June the 1st and enjoy that music live and make sure we get this DMV Renaissance moving. I was trying to find a French word for moving, but I ain't take French. I took French. I ain't take enough French to just pull a French word out the hat like
I
we're gonna
like
get
you
a
got it.
DMV Renaissance moving and it only moves when the people move with it. You know what I'm saying? We got flow with the current, and as things are moving, jump in there and move with it. You know what I mean? So on
Indeed.
that note, you catch me next time. If you want to jump on with your hero, not your hero Super Tim, because I ain't nobody's hero no more. It's just the one and only Super Tim on Super Radio. Sit down with Super. You can always do that. Just hit me up on What Up Super on Instagram. and drop me a note. And that's pretty much all. And that's all you can do. Let me stop. Let me know that you serious. I got people hitting me up on some dumb shit, and I ain't got time for dumb shit. I don't got time for unprofessional shit. I ain't got time for entitled shit. Like I owe you an opportunity to talk to me. Not saying that I'm somebody that you need to prove that you're good enough. Just again, don't stress me out. Don't stress me out. Just to do something as simple as talking and have a conversation that can, you know what I'm saying, share what you got going on to put it out to see, you know what I'm saying, who gonna hear it, see it, fuck with it, and grow from it. Just don't stress me out. Know what you want to talk about. Don't stress me out in the process of anything that's happening. You can be right here. And enjoy a conversation with me, which is worth $1 million. This is actually priceless. The opportunity is actually priceless, so you're gonna get that. But I'm saying you never know what will come out of opportunities. And I just want to provide space for people to potentially get something out of opportunities with me. So hit me up, check me out. And on that note, catch me in the streets, catch me in the studio, catch me online. Because if you ain't there, you ain't nowhere. I'm the one and only Super Temp, and I'm out.
Peace.
That's what's up.